Welcome to the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint, and I'm your host, Lolita Guarin. So, today's episode 142, and I'm continuing this week just answering questions about work life balance and stress in general. So, today I want to answer a question that I actually get a lot. It's how is that you overcome the guilt of actually taking your breaks, really living your life instead of just working, working, and working. So, all of this guilt that comes from not giving yourself what you need, not honoring your needs and your wants, it's really coming from, well, society, norms, fear, um, and pretty much dysfunctional family that you grew up in. I know I said that. Because if you grew up in a family where they explain to you and shows you an example, and you grew up with a pattern where you have work and you have life and you're happy in either one, you would not be asking me this question. You would not be feeling shame of taking time for yourself, of taking care of your family, of having a break, having lunch, taking vacation. You wouldn't. You would know that this is given to you naturally, and that's what life is. It's balance, right? When you're happy doing either one. So the shame. The shame really comes from when you grew up in an environment where you are invalidated constantly, no matter what you do is not good enough. Who you are is not enough because, well, it's you always need to perform more and more. I have a lot of clients who come to me and asking me, how can I lower this burnout? I'm so stressed and burnout, I cannot take this anymore. And then I ask them, what is it you do? Guess what? You probably already know the answer. They work and work and work. And it could be for somebody else or working on their own business. But they're constantly running towards that horizon where they finally will be accepted and appreciated. If you grew up in the environment where, for who you are, just the way you are, without performing anything, without the trophies, without pleasing, just the way you are invalidated, not seen, and not appreciated, not celebrated. You are afraid that you will be left out. We humans, we need to belong to other humans. We know from very early age that if somebody's not going to take care of us, we die. Like that's the way it is. The baby cannot take care of itself. So then we please other people. And then if there is somebody in your family, an authority, mother, father, or whatever, it's never enough for who you are, just the way you are. You always have to perform. You learn that okay, you don't really matter and your needs don't matter. Hence, you constantly need to please and sacrifice. Of course, you're not going to give yourself a break because the moment you will give yourself a break, that means you're giving something to yourself. Well, you see, that is against your belief. And hence, it's hindering your being safe and your survival. So now you're an adult. And you bring all those patterns, what you learn about how life's supposed to be like, into your everyday life. And yes, you are worked out, burnt out, and you feel ashamed of even taking a small break. You know, when the clients come to me and they say, can you tell me something very small that I can start doing now? And I see the difference. And there's a very easy thing to do. And here's a test for you. And again, I said this before in the previous episodes. So if you're listening to me all the time, you're probably like, okay, I heard the story. For those who don't know this yet, put your alarm to, a timer on your phone, ring every hour. And then when it rings, you stop whatever you're doing. And then you stretch, you hydrate, you walk around. Of course, if you're on your feet all day, then sit down. You mean, what I mean is to do different what you're doing constantly. Give yourself a break. 1 minute. Now, after listening to this, did you thought to yourself, I totally can do this. It's not a big deal. I totally can do this. Or you felt guilty and ashamed of thinking, well, there is no way I'm going to take a minute. I don't have time for this. There you go. Now you know. If you're feeling ashamed that, self-care is bad for you, you need to really revisit those patterns. Why do you think that you don't deserve to take a break? Why do you think that taking vacation is bad? Why having lunch, just leaving your workplace and just taking a break mentally, it's not acceptable? That's a deeper issue. It's all about that. And for this, I will recommend you to talk with a therapist or coach. I'm a coach. If you need some coaching, you're welcome to go to my website, beamazingyou.com, and set up a session with me. And everything can change. It doesn't matter what environment you grew up. Actually, it's great that you will look at those patterns because you know now what you can change and what direction you need to go. So it's totally doable, and it doesn't take that much time, really. You just can do a few things in your life that already can give you more control of your life. And talking about the work-life balance, then you'll be happier and healthier. So tell me, do you feel ashamed of taking a break and thinking and working on your life and balance and how much time you spend on work and how much time you spend for yourself and your family and doing something that you love? Leave me a comment below, and I'll be very interested to see how many of you I have no problems with this. And if you do have a problem, there's always help for you.